The dragon stance is a base stepping pattern, and it shows up in martial arts from all over the world, from every type of history, because it allows you to do specific stepping patterns. If you train weapons training like armored combat or historical European sword or Shaolin staff, you will find this movement all the time. People have been training it for thousands of years. They thought it was very important, so you should think it's really important too. No matter what type of training you do, you should eventually be doing some type of stepping pattern training. The training that people do the most commonly is dumbbell step forward lunges. You see this all the time in CrossFit. You see it very commonly in gym training. You should also work on step back lunges because it allows you to control the front angle of your foot. If you have knee pain, collapsed arches, or back pain, you should work on step back lunges. You should work on box step ups. You should work on stretching lunges, sometimes called Cossack lunges, and you should work on twisting lunges. I call them dragon lunges because I'm pulling the word dragon from the way that we used to name this stuff back 15 years ago in kettlebell training based on martial arts stances. We're gonna talk about it first with kettlebells, then we'll talk about it with dumbbells, then club, then slam ball. The twisting lunge is based on a cross step pattern. Rotation of the knee, base foot pointed straight ahead. Our goal is to go all the way down as low as we can, lean back, 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 drive up, and return to center. Base foot stays pointed straight ahead. If you start turned out, you will realize this doesn't work very well at all. Base foot straight ahead, rotate around. The goal is to get our knee all the way into where our ankle is, lean back, 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 verticalize our spine, and drive all the way up. With a kettlebell, you can load this several different ways. If we're loading it, load over the base leg, that's an ipsilateral load, same side load, or we can do it cross body load. Cross body load is harder for most people. Opposite leg base, step around, get down, 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 square the chest to the front, drive up, and step back. Our goal is to keep that base foot planted and move everything else around that point. Sit all the way down and back, make our spine vertical, drive all the way up. I like the kettlebell version of this the most because by holding in rack position, you are discouraged from leaning forward at the bottom position like you may do with dumbbells. The kettlebell will encourage us to keep a vertical spine and to lead back. Anytime we hold a kettlebell in the rack position, the heavier the kettlebell, the harder your core has to fire. When we're doing these stepping patterns, it changes the interaction between your spine, your core muscles, and your hip. Most people will have access to dumbbells at the gym. You'll see this done the same way, all the way down, but you will notice people can drop forward here, and it's harder for them to keep a vertical spine as they drive up. If you are very mobile, then the dumbbell version is totally fine. If you have ankle pain, knee pain, back pain, then we encourage people to do the kettlebell version and start light. The high load of the kettlebell encourages people to fire their core equally well as they drive up. The club version can have a bit of the same problem as the dumbbell version. You can drift forward at the bottom. If your back hurts, then that might not be the best option for you. Order position, get all the way down, down, down. If your elbows are leaving your body, that means your spine is drifting forward. Our goal is to get that top hand elbow on the body and drive up, up, up. A really mean version of this is done with slam balls, where you're holding it in the hug position. Same thing, step, get all the way down, drive up, step, get all the way down, knee touches down, eyes point straight ahead, stand up. This version really allows no escape. Any deviation forward will cost you, and it'll get really heavy as you do it. Your base stances, let's use Shaolin as our base stances, is a horse stance. Horse stance, think 2 shoulder widths apart, getting down, feet pointed straight ahead, core in, hands out in front. Think of this as a big stance, which allows you to drop your weight. It shows up everywhere in all of human history because it allows you to lower your center of mass, which makes you harder to throw. The higher your center of mass, The smaller your steps, the more likely you are to lose your footing. Big stance, low center of mass, harder to knock over, harder to slide on unlevel ground. Second stance, and you see this one everywhere, including yoga, is our mountain stance. In yoga, it's called warrior stance. You'll find this in Olympic fencing. You find it in every martial art that's ever existed because it allows people to reach people by taking a big step. After that, we have single leg stances where we're moving from one stance and we're picking a leg up if somebody is attacking an ankle. Not common in modern martial arts, but super common in historical sword fighting arts from everywhere in the world. Get low, attack the lead leg. If they can't stand, they can't fight. Two more stances. Our stretching stance, where we step all the way out and we drop down, down, down. This one is a little bit different depending on where you go, but think about getting low, low, low. This is also a lunge you should practice in the gym with a kettlebell, both ipsilateral and contralateral. And finally, the dragon stance or the twisting stance is something that gets practiced all the time, and you will see people practice getting in and out of this position in tons of martial arts. From this position, it allows you to create rotational power, but you will also see this used as a lateral cross step drill if you're not fighting on line. Something like modern fencing tends to fight on a line. If you're not doing modern fencing rules and you're allowed to circle, it becomes cross step, step. So you're still facing forward, but without doing the classic boxing shuffling step. All of these are versions of lunges. Lunges are your base walking pattern, your stepping patterns. In the gym, people tend to do walk forward stepping lunges. That is great if their feet are straight ahead. If their ankles are turning out, their foot arch is collapsing or their knee is collapsing, then we get rid of stepping lunges and we go to step back lunges. Step back lunges, you can control your base foot, make sure it's pointed straight ahead, get down, keep your knee over your ankle to develop your leg strength in that straight line. After we get through our step back lunge variations, then we can have our side step variations, horse stance, then we can have our stepping forward into our warrior stance variations. Usually after that, people get to our side lunge variations. And then usually the last one that people practice is the dragon lunge variation. You should get really good at all of them. You have your entire life, so don't limit yourself to just what you see at the gym. Go ahead and expand beyond, beyond, beyond. You can always come back and do step forward or step back lunges later and rack up the weight. If you have knee pain, ankle pain, back pain, you should work on more stepping patterns. All sports happen in all directions, and these are part of rapid direction change knee loading. You should get really, really good at these positions.